I came here to travel, to explore a city full of life, movement, and endless energy that travelers dream about. But the moment I arrived, something felt off, like the journey had taken me somewhere it was not supposed to. The air was still, not calm or peaceful, but frozen in a way that felt unnatural and deeply unsettling. People stood in place, mid-step, mid-motion, as if the world had paused in the middle of a single second. A man crossing the street remained frozen, one foot suspended above the ground, never completing his step. Nearby, a cyclist leaned forward, gripping the handlebars tightly, but his body never moved again. I walked slowly past them, my footsteps echoing through a world that refused to respond or acknowledge my presence. Then I noticed something impossible, a ball hanging in the air, perfectly still, untouched by gravity or time. It did not fall, did not spin, did not move. It simply existed, suspended in a moment that never continued. I reached out instinctively, curiosity pulling me closer, but something inside me warned me not to touch it. The silence around it felt heavy, like the entire world depended on that moment staying exactly as it was. I pulled my hand back and continued traveling, moving deeper into a city trapped inside an unfinished moment. A cafe came into view, filled with people who looked alive, yet completely frozen where they stood. A waiter stood mid-step, carefully balancing plates that never tilted, never slipped, never reached their destination. Steam rose from a cup of coffee, curling upward but stopped halfway, frozen like a photograph in time. It was not just stillness, it was time itself stretched, paused, and held in place beyond anything natural. I looked around slowly, realizing I was the only one still moving through this frozen world, the only traveler left, walking through a journey that no one else seemed to experience anymore. I stepped back outside, staring at streets that stretched endlessly, filled with people who would never move again. Even the clouds above refused to shift, locked in place like a painted sky that would never change. I tried to call out, but my voice felt distant, like it did not belong in this world anymore. This was not an empty place. Everyone was still here, trapped inside a moment that would never end. Their lives paused mid-action, mid-thought, mid-breath, waiting for something that never came. And somehow, I had stepped outside of that moment, into a version of the world that kept moving without time. I began to wonder if time had stopped for the world at all, or if I had fallen out of it completely. Was I ahead of time, or had I slipped into a space where time no longer existed at all? The longer I stayed, the heavier the silence became, pressing down like something unseen was watching. It felt like this frozen world was not broken, but controlled, held in place for a reason I could not understand. And then it hit me. Maybe time did not stop for the world at all. Maybe it only stopped for me.